So the question is, detect a cycle in undirected graph using BFS. So we are given 1 to n integer, or we can say that node, and we have to find it is a cycle or not. If it have a cycle, then we return yes, or if it not, then we return no. So how we are going to do? First we have to create adjacency list, and we are given n. N is the total number of nodes. It's coming from 1 to n, so we have to make a vector of int of adjacency of n plus 1. N plus 1 because we are not considering 0. So for auto address of it, so our adds contain only two integer, int u is equal to it 0 and v is equal to it of 1. Then we will take it in our adjacency list u dot push back v and adjacency of v dot push back here. So we have created our adjacency list. Now we have to make a vector of visited which check the integer is visited or not, and it's going to same as n plus 1 initialize with 0. Then we check every node that it was visited or not. If it is not visited, then what we will do, we will call for BFS and check cycle. So we will pass adjacency list, visited array, and our node, and if it return true, then if the solution return true, then we will return true, return yes. And if all the node visited, then we will return no. Now let's create our check function, vector of int of adjacency list, vector of int of visit and node. Now what we will do, we declare a queue which have int q take two integer, we store in pair. Like we have to also know its parents which is coming from. So q dot push, we will take two value node and -1 because it have no parent, the first root node. So while q dot empty, so we will take int root is equal to make q dot front dot first, and int parent is equal to q dot front dot second. So we are popping out from queue. We have already taken in our variable. Now we will traverse all the adjacent node which root have int I and adjacent of root. Now we have here two cases, like if first is simple, like it not visited, the node is not visited, then we have to just mark it visited, and then we will take it in our queue, and parent will be our root. Else what we will do, else if the condition is fail, what it's mean that the node is already visited, and if it is not equal to parent, like it is an undirected graph, so it may be chances that the adjacency list contain parent value also. So that if it is not equal to parent, what is mean that the it is not is equal to its uh, the root node not contain its parents, so the node is already visited and not parent, so that means it has a cycle and it already visited, so we will return here from true. Or else after all the things and or our queue is empty, then we will return false. So queue is not declared in, I have to include its file. So now everything is looking good and is submitted. It's giving wrong. Why? Why it's giving wrong? Let me see.
नहीं तो पानी नहीं खे
Okay, the problem is that I have not marked node visited. So visit node is equal to 1. Now that will be fine. And the code is also submitted successfully.